Hi guys, what a freaking clown show. So Lee Anderson, sometime last year, was appointed to the position of Deputy Chair of the Conservative Party. It was alleged at the time that he had demanded such a position or he would defect to Reform UK. Richard Tice, the head of that party, refused to confirm or deny that both him and Anderson had been in talks. Either way, 30p Lee got the job. Sometime after, when he was on GB News, he warned against voting for reform as it would lead to a Labour government. Then, after losing the Tory whip, what does he do on Monday? He joins Reform UK. Is this all about Anderson or is it about Reform UK? Beth Rigby of Sky News tried to find out, and she was met with the typical arrogance and spite we come to expect from the ex-Tory.
Cool, I hope that helps. Beth, you next.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. You talked there about a lot of soul searching. You were a Labour backer, then you were a Conservative MP, now you're defecting to Reform. What do you say to people that say the problem isn't all these parties, the problem is you, and this is all about attention seeking, and this has been very disloyal to Rishi Sunak, who made you Deputy Party Chair, and also to other colleagues that have backed you very verbally in recent weeks and are probably very upset and angry with you that you're going to only hurt their chances in a general election. What's your answer to them? Thank you.
Country, constituency, and then party. Next question, please, Richard.
Sorry.
No, next question.
What do you say to your colleagues
I've given the answer, Beth.
who feel really let down this morning?
I've given my answer. Next question, please.
Millions of people who trusted the Tories to deliver Brexit, to reduce immigration, they're the people who count, the voters, not the representatives in Parliament. That is the difference. We focus on the concerns of the British people.
OK, let me put... What's your message to Mr. Sunak?
We're going to move next. We're going down the line.
Alison. He hasn't answered my question.
Well,
Alison.
Hello.
And there you have it. Arrogance once again. The arrogance of Lee Anderson. Now, who benefits from this? Well, of course, it's Reform UK. Lee Anderson isn't really going to benefit from this unless he has been given money. There was talk of money being transferred to him. I wouldn't be surprised if there was money given to Lee Anderson to defect to Reform UK. But this gives Reform UK a real shot in the arm. Now, are they going to win seats? Of course not. Lee Anderson is going to lose his seat at the next election. This is his constituency. You can see here he's now a Reform UK MP. When the election takes place, of course, he will be running against the Conservatives and the Labour Party, and it's likely this seat will go to the Labour Party. Look, Lee Anderson won the seat in 2019 with a majority of 5,733, and his standing in the community is pretty poor. So even if he had run as a Conservative with the backing of the Conservative Party, there's a chance that he... Well, no, there isn't a chance. Hold on to the seat. There's a chance he wouldn't lose really badly. But as a Reform UK candidate or MP, he's definitely going to lose the seat because he's going to be competing against the Conservatives, not really against the Labour Party. So this seat will flip back to Labour. It will be a waste of time having Lee Anderson as an MP, but not so much for Reform UK, because they're actually going to be able to say, see, we have ex-Conservatives, we have the real Conservatives, people who are upset over how the Conservative Party is moving too much to the left. They will say it as a socialist party, conservative socialist party, this sort of ridiculous rhetoric. And they're going to say, see, we're going to be able to win over more Conservative voters, the traditional Conservative voters, the people who voted for Brexit, the people who want to bring down immigration. Those people are going to come to our side. And of course, getting somebody like Lee Anderson is a massive shot in the arm. This is not some backbencher. This is the deputy chair of the Conservative Party. And this is... I'm trying to imagine how embarrassing this is for both Rishi Sunak and the Conservative Party, because Rishi Sunak appointed this guy to the role of deputy chair. Then he had to get rid of him. That was an embarrassment. But think about all the Conservative MPs over the last number of weeks since Lee Anderson lost the whip, who have been calling on the party to restore the whip to Lee Anderson, saying that he didn't really do anything wrong, he was misunderstood, he was telling the truth or whatever. These people now have egg on their face as well, because he has embarrassed them, but also he's helped Reform UK, because when the election comes around, they're going to be able to do some touring with, if not Nigel Farage, but with Lee Anderson. And Lee Anderson with headbangers, the crazy people who were likely to vote for Reform UK anyway, or who were sitting on the fence deciding, should I vote for the Conservatives or Reform? Well, Lee Anderson will be good to convince some of these people to join Reform, or to support Reform. So this is going to be embarrassing for the Conservatives. It's going to give the party a bit of a shot in the arm. They are doing quite well in polling, but it's not actually going to result in any seats. But as I said, Lee Anderson is going to lose his seat at the next election, be it Conservative or Reform UK. But while Lee Anderson will be gone, Reform UK can say, see, we actually had an MP, or maybe we'll see another defect to Reform. But where they'll be able to say, we had an MP, it meant that real Conservatives are flocking to us. This will be the rhetoric in the run-up to the election and probably post-election. What an absolute charade. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.